From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware. Beware! That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Friday, February 12th, 2021 edition of Nevermind the Furthermore, 2 days before Valentine's Day. So be sure to have something sweet ready for the one you love or would like to. Anyway, good to see you this morning. Good morning. I'm Brian K. Morris, hoping you're having a great week so far, and want to thank the wonderful children, Vandy Cordy, who made me this wonderful button that we're going to put on our fez for a while. Anyway, hope you all are having a great Friday so far. Hope you're looking forward to a great, somewhat chilly weekend here in the Midwest. But anyway, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Thank you for sharing your time with us. First of all, whether you're watching us on the rerun, we love you, or you're watching us live and can interact, we love you too. If you're watching us on Facebook, such as Rising Tide Publications page or Kathy Jackson's books, please, if you enjoy any part of this video, please give this a like, if you would, some sort of reaction, like the wonderful people who have done so far, like Stephanie Downer Hayes, mwah, thank you, and Brian Rodden, mwah to you too, brother. Anyway, thank you for your reaction. We'd love it, each and every one you give us. Also, please be sure to like the page you're watching it on, because this encourages and it helps the page owner. Believe me, it does. And I don't own Kathy Jackson's books. My name isn't even Kathy Jackson on the weekends, but we won't discuss that quite yet. Anyway, also, if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. And please, again, if you enjoy any part of this, give it a thumbs up. And also, please subscribe and like, and please share this video. There is an easy way to share the video. If you look just below the screen, you can share it out to your friends, and we do appreciate each and every one of you that do this thing. And thank you to Molly Daniels. Mwah, you're here on time, darling, and I hope you're feeling better today. And Andy Imlay, good to see you, brother. All right. Thank you very much. And if I haven't said hello to you, and I know we've got some comments waiting for us, but if I don't say hello to you, say hello to me so I know you're here. And this show is a proud part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And tonight we will be enjoying at 8 p.m. the Historical Fencing Guild with Nick Tockert. Where he will teach you all how to kill each other safely with bladed weapons. It's a high energy, really informative, really fun show, and really you got to check it out. Nick is amazing. And then, let's see, tomorrow, Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m. Eastern. And then after that, don't forget the Stupid After Show. It's great conversation, lots of fun. Last night's show, I stayed to see the first half of it, and it was as always a good time. So please check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We've got a page on Facebook with a full schedule of our shows, including I've had to write them down now. We've got so many. Nevermind the Furthermore, Clever Title Pending, TED Talks, Ted and Carl's Cigar Show, Stupid O'Clock, Armchair Rocket Science, Stupid After Show, Creative as Hale with Amy Hale, and Tidbits and Squiggles with a new name for what Michaela Jade does. Author Michaela Jade has a really fun set of shut up, Christian, new videos that she's putting out now, and it's a lot of fun. And our darling Twisted Angel, Heather Ellen, has her Sunday night program at 10 p.m. Please check that out. And also a new show is coming up soon, Comic Book Spectrum, with myself, Eric Hawkins, Brian Rodman, and Clyde Hall. We're going to have a weekly discussion on all things comic books, past, present, and future. And we hope you'll join us for that. That's going to start Thursday. Let me look at my schedule here, otherwise I'll never remember. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Time on Thursday, the 25th of February. And we've got some really special Clever Title Pendings coming up with some really great guests. We'll be announcing those in the future. We also want to thank our Patreon subscribers. If you want to subscribe to our Patreon page, just for $1 a month, get you something. You could be on this card here, and you'll get to see most of my blogs. Every blog should have a title. And also a little more will get you things like downloadable versions of some of our books, as well as peeks into works in progress. So please check it out. Thank you to all our Patreon subscribers. We love you desperately. And I think that's all the business we got now, except to thank Plasma Fire Graphics. When the look of your book matters to you, plasmafiregraphics.com. Please check out their amazing work. You saw 2 examples at the top of this show, and we just ran them out of order just for shigs and giddles. Anyway, check out what Jeffrey Hayes does. He's amazing. And Jeffrey, if you're listening, I need to talk to you about something. And there could be money in it for you. Anyway, and also we are powered by geekinsider.com. Check out their amazing array of shows, as well as Wild One Forever and all the cool stuff coming out of that group there. And thank you very much for your support of this enterprise. And gosh, my tie is so crooked today. I need to use the waiting room to try to straighten up my apparel. Anyway, you've got comments. We've got almost 30 of them. Dear God in heaven, let's catch up with them. What do you say? Let's try to get through them. And Trevor Hawkins at 8:55 trying to trigger Captain Picard this morning. Brian, yeah, could be. Make it so, young man. Make it so. And good morning to you. Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian, and all creative humans. Good morning to you, my darling. And Eric Hawkins, also my darling, the Eric Hawkins. Good morning, everyone. See, you're in the lead for last night's Drawn and Quarterly, as well you should be. Please, Eric, if you want to put in a link to that, the poll, if it's still open, please do so. We want to see you. We want to see you reign supreme in there. And Carl Witzman, good to see you, sir. And good morning, Trevor, Teresa, and the Eric Hawkins. And Grant Lanker joins us also on YouTube. Morning, folks. We're all behaving in here, I presume. I presume you're all behaving badly. And Mikhail Jade's behaving for now. Well, that can't last long, darling. Good to see you. Mwah. And Carl Witzman has no reason to misbehave yet, although I can see the seeds of wackiness setting up now. And good morning, Carly. Carlene, mwah, glad to see you, darling. And the Dark Pope arrives with much fanfare. And about a minute before we greet Brian, so I need more coffee. Well, we came prepared, so yeah, we're good to go. Morning blend. Found Oh gosh, wish I remember the name of it, but it's a morning blend that we got at our local Kroger's, which is called Payless over here, not to be confused with the defunct shoe store. But they've got a morning blend that, oh my God, that is so good. I may brave the weather tomorrow just to go out and get some more coffee. And Sweet Carly, oh yeah. And don't forget, both Sweet Carly and even sweeter Carl will be in the green room tonight. If you're a member of Uncle Carl's secret humor group, you can get in there. If you aren't, you can't. That's the way it works. Trevor Hawkins, Carl, is there enough coffee in the world for that? And he's kidding. And wow, nice fanfare. The Dark Pope waves at the crowd as the Dark Pope mobile screeches to a salt, and the cheerleaders all fall over, their red hair in a tussle. And I am on time for once, Grant Lankard. Very good. You get a cookie for that. Not the one I've got in the next room, but still. Carl, I need to paint you in the Dark Pope mobile. Yes, Trevor, you do. Goodness gosh almighty. And tonight or tomorrow, Carl will post a photo of his new Black Pope's Mitra hat on Facebook. Oh, my goodness. And Carl asked Carleen, is there going to be a revealing in the green room tonight? Oh, boom chicka wow wow. Or he'll wear it in the green room. But that's all. And we'll find out. And yes, it's showtime. And only 13 minutes late. And Lou Motion, Lou's had some surgery recently, some serious surgery. And brother, we're glad you're with us, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better. Obviously, you're feeling well enough to be here. Lou is a fantastic writer and a dear friend. And Lou, we're so glad to see you. Lou just had some heart surgery. So everybody send Lou some love, will you please? And there's the man, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. And Tony says, happy Friday, yay, everyone. Have a wonderful, fun, and productive weekend. And happy Valentine's Day Sunday to everyone. And you can celebrate with the one you love at TyroneTonyReedJr.com. And I got to read that now. You'd think after all this time of saying it, Tony, I would have it down by now. Every day's a new day for Brian. I keep telling people, people say, Brian, you do so well handling the StreamYard and this kind of show you do. And I'm like, almost every day, I feel like somebody just said, sit down in that chair. You're on in 3, 2, 1. And I'm just swimming upstream as fast as I can get my spawner up there. Anyway, Clyde Hall, who's going to be joining me and Eric and Brian on Comics Book Spectrum. Happy weekending, Nevermorians. Clyde Hall, always a pleasure to see you. Glad we had the talk a couple of days ago. It was very informative and helpful. Very helpful. And the trouble of Hendrick's gin is that the label is dark, so you can't tell if there's enough for a green room or not till you half the bottle. Or, just stick a straw in it. Get one of those crazy straws with the loop-de-loops. That makes drinking more fun. And hey, Carl, and free the fez. That's right. This fez wasn't free. This cost me $5. I've actually got a nicer one, Lou, that's actually in the other room. It's a little more solid than this thing. I only paid $5 at the Superman celebration for this one, and you get what you pay for. But I got the other one. Actually, the other one was free. Because I was going to Party City to get a nicer fez. I saw some during the Halloween season. I said, man, that's a nicer fez. I got to get that for shows. And so I was going to buy the fez, but a friend of mine was in line, Tracy Rosa, which, by the way, check out Tracy Rosa, author, actor, Renaissance man on Facebook. It's a great page. He's a great guy and very talented. But anyway, I was in line behind him. Of course, we've been talking, and he was telling me he needed someone for a Christmas production, acting and such, that he was doing in a couple weeks. And I said, well, I'll check my schedule. He grabbed the fez out of my hand and paid for it, all $4. So he said, now you got to do it. And I'm like, okay, fine. So I went out and froze my butt off on Christmas, that Christmas weekend. And Andy Imlay, hope you and Megan are doing well. Moi to Megan. Great morning from the Imlay family, including sweet little Diana. How's Diana doing? I mean, she's going to be a fighter, man. She came out swinging. But it's so good to see you, Andy. Hope you're doing well. PalsyPositive.com, also Palsy Positive on Facebook, because he is the funniest human being alive and a stand-up comic in name only. Go to those sites and you'll find out why. Andy laughs too. Clyde Hall, good morning, Sir Carl, and greetings, Lou Motion. Good to see you. Did I get knighted while I was drunk? What did I miss? You don't need to know, Carl. you don't need to know. And Molly, good morning to you, darling. Mwah. Poor Molly has been laid up. Unfortunately, she broke her arm and has had other things happen to her. Molly, I hope you are feeling well today. And oddly enough, I think I said that once before. That could be Carl. And hey there, friends and foes. John B. Pica. Good to see you, johnpica.com. Also, check out tomorrow morning, 8 was it 9 a.m. Eastern? I know I've been screwing up the time, John, and I do apologize. I think it's 9 a.m. Eastern, back of the cereal box on YouTube. Check it out and please subscribe to that channel. Check out John's channels and also subscribe to them all. And please subscribe to ours too. And thank you to everyone who's left a comment and some love. And thank you, Tony Reed Jr. and Molly Daniels and Brian Robin for the love and the like. Thank you to Bill Sarton. Good to see you here. John B. Pica, Donna, Carly, Carlene, Andy, Emily, and Stephanie Downer Hayes. Mwah to all who want that, and a salute to anyone who doesn't. Anyway, thank you. And please, if you're watching us on YouTube, please give this a thumbs up if you would. And currently there are 15 of you watching. This is great. That's decent numbers there, folks. And in fact, my YouTube video, my YouTube views right now are greater than my Facebook, just so you know. And good morning to you, Carl. Glad to see you here, sir, as always. And I'll be at the green room tonight, I promise. And unless he's talking to this one, who's going to be on Comic Book Spectrum with me. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. Let us shake off the gloomy doom-dooms. The gloomy doomy doom-dooms, excuse me, let me get that right. Let us shake off the gloomy doomy doom-dooms of this week and enter into the weekend with a proud smile and an afternoon delight. Let's do this. Oh my God. That's it's like a joke. This is a terrible joke that when I worked in construction for a year, one guy told a joke. You know what a nooner is? Well, do you know what a mourner is? It's like a nooner, only sooner. Anyway, moving on, Brian Rodman. Glad to see you here. Don't forget the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. It's awesome. And Joe Dog McKeel really enjoyed Stupid O'Clock last night, and glad you're here. Forgot to mention your name was Stupid O'Clock and Armchair Rocket Scientist. And hello, everyone. If you have never read the lyrics to Jessica by the Allman Brothers Band, it's very insightful, does not take long. For those that know them, don't quote any people, need to read them. I agree. I know that song, Joe Dog, and it is an awesome song. It really is. Excuse me. No, that's very good. And I'm not a huge Allman Brothers fan. I mean, I really liked him back when Dwayne was with him, but Dwayne was a one-of-a-kind guitarist. You know he's a one-of-a-kind guitarist when he's got Eric Clapton as his rhythm guitarist, like on Layla, you know what I mean? Oh my God, actually they're all awesome musicians, but yeah, take some time to read that. Thank you, Joe Dog. Appreciate that. And that sounds like a good night, Carl. Oh, yeah. Robert Beatty. Good to see you, man. Apparently on the lam from Facebook jail again. Figured since I'm out of Facebook parole and before I get locked up in Facebook prison again, I better stop in and say hello to everyone. Robert, we are so glad to see you, brother. I hope you have been well. I haven't talked to you in the longest time, and hope all is well. And we just got the comment dumped on us. And good morning to Amy Hale. Mwah, who has Creative as Hail every other Thursday. And this coming Thursday will be Amy's second episode of her new season of shows. And she's going to have George Seurat on there, a fantastic author and a good guy. And please check out that show. I will be, and it's part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And if you want a full schedule of what we're doing with the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, which is basically a collective of like-minded people who are trying to help each other get above 100 views on their YouTube channels, mostly. So please check out what we're doing. We have our own page. Just do a search for the Rising Tide Broadcast Network and you'll find us. And how much does Plasma charge? Lou Motion, go to plasmafiregraphics.com. No funny spelling on there. Let's see here. Let's see. We'll do this. I'm going to create a banner here so you'll have it. All right. I should have done this long ago. Spell it right, Brian. All right, and we're going to add a banner here. And here it is, plasmafiregraphics.com. They also have a page on Facebook. It's plasmafiregraphics.com, Lou, when the look of your book matters to you. You'll be talking to Jeffrey Hayes, Hayes, and Jeff will be able to send you a rate card, okay? Please contact him. Yeah, he's. I want to talk to him about doing something new for me. And there he is, the Skunk Rocker. I'll put it this way: despite all the BS and delays that I had to do this morning, I'm actually ahead of the game right now. Well, good, Skunk. Good to hear that. And man, you were fantastic last night. Of course, you're used to hearing that on Stupid O'Clock last night. The whole crew was really on target, really a lot of fun, and always enjoy seeing you on there, Skunk, especially when you talk music. And Lou says, hi, Amy. And Clyde Hall says, Carl inducted into the Order of the Misspent Youth and the Dark Dubbing of Drubbing. Ooh. This dark church thing is getting more fun. This is our tax dodge, people. Nothing more serious than that. And here we go. Molly Daniel, support a one-armed author and check out her work. Will her broken arm accident show up in a later work? Stay tuned. Go to check out Kenzie Michaels. That's Molly's pen name. And check out her wide array of amazing fiction. She's a terrific writer. She really is. And even though she's flying with just one wing right now, she will entertain you. I promise. And everyone's saying hello. Amy saying hello to Lou, and TGIF Brian Nevermorians. Bill Sarton, good to see you, brother. Count your blessings. You have more than you realize. I sincerely agree. I know that completely. And I see my honey in the next room. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's more like it. She's doing her stretching exercises, and if we turned the camera on her, we'd have to label this Web MA. For mature audiences. Yep. Well, that means I couldn't watch. Anyway, sounds about right. And Carl wants to know, what? Well, am I wrong? No, too true. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I'm wearing the new badge. Oh, cool. Yeah. And thank you again, Ms. Cordy, for making that for me. Anyway, new route today, Skunk, ask Carl Witzman, and hashtag bring cookie home. Agreed, Bill Sarn. Thank you so much. And check out Sarn Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. Check out his amazing artwork. And everyone, Molly's saying hello to Amy, and that's good to hear, Skunk. Michaela, I agree. And Mark Learned, Greens from the Prairie. How are you today, Mark? Good to see you, man. Oh, haven't talked to you in ages. I need to do something about that. Today's going to be an interesting day, though. I'm waiting on a phone call. So, anyway, we'll talk. Anyway, I promise. The Skunk Rocker says, not yet. That's next week. I'm still on the current route, and I am bound and headed for glory. Got that pedal to the metal right now. Like I said, maximum overdrive, brother. Oh, my God. Hope you race safely, of course, to the end of your day. And we will definitely be looking for you tomorrow night on Stupid O'Clock, the Saturday edition at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Central Time. And don't forget the Stupid After Show. And thanks to the Stupid After Show, and of course the wonderful Heather Ellen, who is our darling Twisted Angel. She has a show at 10 p.m. on Sunday nights on her page. Please check out all this stuff. We've got some really cool stuff going on here on this network thing. And I'm off for a whole week. Lou, motion after heart surgery. I would hope you'd be off for at least a week. Good Lord. And then, it's not like I'm sure they wouldn't be saying, okay, Lou, you're getting out of the hospital. Get into the wheelchair. And remember, tomorrow you've got a marathon to run. So anyway, Skunk Rocker says these lights need to turn green, damn it. Well, just pick a shade you like and go. And Skunk Rocker says going to be singing Convoy here in a minute. Crastigate doing 98 and said, let them truckers roll 10-4. Well, good buddy. Glad to see you grooving out on your 20 there. And we'll catch you on the flip-flop, I'm sure. And Ted Davies Artistry. Good to see you. Ted shows you his tikis next Tuesday morning, which I'm sure is not a euphemism. And Christian, don't get excited. Anyway, Ted has some sort of fetish for tikis, and we're going to discover all about this sick, twisted thing of his that he's calling a tiki. This coming Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on TED Talks. Please check it out. And good show the other day, you and Carl, your cigar show on Thursday. That was fun. And Scott Crocker says, well, it's supposed to have crashed the gate. What does crash the gate mean? I know what castigate is. I'm sure I've done nothing yet to deserve that. Anyway, yeah, Crastigate. I have no idea where the hell that came from. That's like, there is a channel, I'm sure you've seen it, and I sent it out, where, it's like untranslated or something like, or detranslated, but it's this very wonderful lady, and she's working with a guy named Tom McGovern now, who, they take song lyrics and run them through Google Translate several times until they are barely recognizable. And they did one. It was a Rickroll thing, and one of the songs, one of the lyrics. Brian Rodman, I talked about this one day because I sent him the link, and it was something about what a telly or something like that. And he looked it up, and it actually is not a word, at least not in any sort of Arab, English sort of way that we can translate. But anyway, yeah, so we'll figure it out, Skunk. We'll figure why we're crastigating, and I'm sure it's something naughty. With any luck, it is. And that's not the Dark Pope waving; he's giving people the fingers. As the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, who is on every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. and it's a wonderful show. We like that show. And can we get a dictionary in here? Yeah, you're surrounded by writers, Skunk, and we're all puzzled. And good morning, all. Good morning to you, Christian. Hope your morning's going well. Molly Daniel says, I'm off for the next 5 to 7 weeks unless the day job decides I can do something with only one hand. Shut up, Christian. Anyway, or Christian heard that, and all of a sudden, et mortis est Christiana. That means, and then Christian died. But anyway, but it's funny. I'm sitting here thinking, you broke your arm. You're looking at 5 to 7 weeks off, and Lou Motion had had a stint put in, and he's getting a week. Qu'est-ce que c'est? And I'm glad, Lou. I'm glad you're doing well, man. Hopefully you're feeling better and you're going to get strong. Get back to writing. And decaf for Skunk from now on, says Carl Witzman. Yeah, I hear that. And Brian Rodman says, today I'll be launching the event page for Memoirs of an Angel issue 7, which launches on Kickstarter on February 26th, 2021 at noon. Nevermorians, we need your help to meet our goal of breaking 100 backers. This issue is going to be insanely action-packed, folks. A group of angels battle the forces of the Dark Kingdom as they prepare to enter the mind of a demon-possessed boy. If ever there was a Lord of the Rings meets the Exorcist issue, it is this one. Sounds like it. Brian, let's see what we can do to get the Nevermorians to be aware of your project. And checking. Brian will be on, also Brian Rodman will be on Clever Title Penning on Tuesday, March 9th. And please check out this coming Tuesday. Check out last Tuesday's episode we had with the great Glenn B. Fleming, who now has his own Wikipedia page. I'm jealous. Who would like to write a Wikipedia page for me? I will cooperate fully. And this coming Tuesday, we have Russell Allen of Xenonenite Titan fame and Russ Explodes Studios, Books with Heart. Please check us out on Tuesday nights. And we've also got some special episodes, like on the Wednesday the 24th, Luke Stone will be in a special episode, and he's got a brand new Hybrids, the Sons of God's story arc launching, currently on Indiegogo, doing well last I saw. And March is going to be busy. We actually have at least 2 special episodes of Clever Title Pending, but we will announce those in the monthly newsletter, which if you go to, let me see if I got it. There we go. We do want you to go to plasmafiregraphics.com. Lou, I hope you got that. But if you want to sign up for our free monthly newsletter, take a screen capture of this right now. There is the direct link where you can sign up for our monthly newsletter. The next issue will go out March 1st, the day of our birthday. My birthday, and we will have a special Clever Title Pending. We have a really lousy, but I have to say we've got a lousy guest for the second, the March 2nd episode, which is my birthday. The guest is going to suck, but the interview will be great. The interviewer will be awesome. So we're reversing roles here. You'll find out later. And we've also got a very special guest on March 1st, one I'm very proud of getting. He came to us, asked if he could be on, and I'm like, well, yeah, fanboy here. Anyway, please sign up for our monthly newsletter or go to risingtide.pub and you can sign up there. Or if you have Facebook Direct Messenger, send me a direct message with your email address. I promise we don't do spam. All right. We do not sell or give away or anything nasty with your email. We have scribbled Christians, though, on several men's room stalls at several prominent truck stops, but that's a different thing. And long but exciting post. Excuse me, long but exciting post from John B. Pica. John will be the judge of that. I'm feverishly working on page 22 of the League Impossibilist webcomic. Okay, that is exciting. It will be the cliffhanger final page of issue 1. It'll drop to Patreon next week at patreon.com/impossibilists. And then the real work begins. I'm hiring Jeffrey Hayes to color the cover and a pro letterer to re-letter the pages to prepare for publication on Comixology. That is awesome, John. John, let's talk about what we can do to get some notice on that, okay? Seriously. Molly Daniels, heart surgery, take care of yourself and don't overdo it. Amen. Molly Daniels to Lou Motion and castigate to punish. Yeah, we knew that, but crastigate? If you got a clue, Carl, please help us. And you're welcome, Lou. Scott Crocker says, that's castigate. I'm talking about crastigate. Yeah. We got castigate. It's crastigate that Skunk's made up a word. He's like Shakespeare. What a lot of people don't realize is that a number of words that we have in contemporary English were created by William Shakespeare because at the time, English didn't have a word for it. So he just said, hell with it. I'm going to make one up. So anyway, Brian Rodman says, so excited to join you on Comic Book Spectrum, my friend. We are going to have a ton of fun talking about them. They're funny books. Yes, we are. Excuse me. Yes, we are. We are planning on having some fun. And it's going to be a weekly show. And we do hope you'll come and support us. The thing is, and I'll tell you why I'll probably share this a little in more depth once we launch the show. But I checked out several prominent YouTube shows and I got annoyed with them because one, a lot of the people didn't know what the hell they were talking about as far as comics history. Most of them seem to think that comics history began the moment they walked through the comic shop door for the first time. And like I saw one guy, he's got something like 6 figures worth of subscribers. And I'm just jealous because of it. But he started blathering about, well, when I was there at the very beginning of the direct sales system in the mid-90s. And I'm like, what? It's like, dude, don't tell me that. The direct sales system actually started in the mid-70s, 20 years earlier with Phil Seuling and Seagate Enterprises. Phil Seuling was running the first major comic convention on the East Coast. It is the only convention Steve Ditko has ever showed up for. He stayed there an hour and fled and has never gone to a con ever since. But anyway, he ran a very popular and prominent convention in New York City for years. He also had a back issue sales operation, and he was having trouble getting books from I understand if I remember correctly, he was getting books from his local independent dealers, the guys that were then stocking like the supermarkets and the bookstores and stuff. And he wasn't getting all the books he wanted, so he approached, I think it was DC Comics first, but either DC or Marvel. But anyway, he went to the management and said, listen, what can I do to get my books directly from you guys, fresh from the printers in Sparta, Illinois? And they worked out a deal where basically Phil got them, but on the basis that if you buy them, Phil, you cannot return them. We will allow the others to return them, but we'll even let you have them before they do. And so that's why direct sales books, if they are available in newsstand editions, you'll see them first in the comic shops before you see them on the newsstands. What few newsstands there are. So that's it. But anyway, but I know it was in the mid-70s. In fact, I was in the first direct sales shop I was ever in was in 1977 in no, it wasn't Newport, Rhode Island. Providence, Rhode Island. I was in Providence. Beautiful, full-service store, and they had books there I knew were coming out, but not for another 2 weeks. And I talked to them about it. And then when I went back to the Midwest, turns out the store I had been doing part-time work for was already looking into it. So yeah. So we're going to try to bring a lot more accuracy, and certainly a lot less cynicism, I'm hoping. Um, and we hope you'll tune in. If you love comics, we hope you love what we do. And Alexa, what happens when you cross the streams? There are two answers. Joe Dog, I did run that thing last night about the angle of the dangle for Cookie, and she howled. She thought that was the funniest thing, and I did too. That was so cool. But anyway, thank you for that, Joe Dog. And no, the word that should be up there with the S word, we don't say that here. No, we don't. And I've got a fedora and want to get a fedora and want to get a derby. Lou Motion, I love derbies. I think those are cool hats. I really do. Whether they are beautiful and brand new, like you saw a lot in the 40s movies, or they're like all beat up and well loved, like Dum Dum Dugans back in the days of the Howling Commandos. But yeah, I've got a fedora and I've got a Stetson too. Stetsons are cool too, which I picked up actually in Riverside, Iowa, the home of John Wayne. I was helping my dear friend Kim Lockman at her art table, and somebody just left it there, and we waited all day for them to come back. They never did, so I appropriated it, and it fits lovely. It's been around the block a few times, but it's a lovely hat. I love hats. I really do. I should probably wear more than just a fez. And Joe McKeel on Facebook says Chuck Norris owns the greatest poker face of all time. I thought that was Lady Gaga. Anyway, it helped him win the 1983 World Series of Poker despite him holding just a joker, two of clubs, seven of spades, a green number 4 from Uno, and a Monopoly get out a free card. Oh my God, beautiful build up there, Joe. Thank you. That's funny. That is funny. And Greg Williams, good to see you. Hello, Brian. You are sunshine on this dreary day. Well, you are brightening up my day considerably. Greg, how are you? How's the family doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Greg's a great actor, a great director, great all-around person, writer, you name it. He does it well, man. It's all the rest of us normal humans can do to keep up. Anyway, Greg, it's good to see you. Give my love to the family, please. I haven't touched base with you guys in a long time, but we do think of you, Cookie and I. We really do. And hope you all are doing well. And Lou Motion says Spaced Out is doing great in the advanced sales department, and we're selecting subjects for a second issue. Very cool, Lou. Hey, Lou, tell if there's a website or something for that. Please drop it and let us know. And okay, Dave Rediger got here just in time for roll call here. Good to see you, Dave. Hope you're having a great morning. And there he is, mentioned you earlier. Tracy Rosa, been a while since I last checked in. Sorry. Well, that's okay, Tracy. We talked about your page. Tracy Rosa, author, actor, Renaissance man. Check it out for all things Tracy Rosa. And check him out on Amazon. His books look beautiful and they read well. And Michaela J. Wait a second. We just had a comment dump once again. And oh my gosh, you have so many cool people here. Oh, dear God. Let's see here. We're going to get to this stuff. And hold on. Okay, there we go. We have the occasional comment dump. Now, we're going to have to, I'm going to have to like really move through these comments, try to catch up. And Grant Lankard, you worked in construction for a year. You've done everything. Some days it seems like it, Grant. I just, writing and the water company were the only, or the comic shop were the only 3 times I've come close to having a career. And the thing about the writing thing is I can't be fired. I'm the publisher. And Teresa Dunn says, I am moving forward and no one, and I mean no one, is going to stop me. I'm on a roll of writing poetry and cannot stop. That's what we want to hear, Teresa. And maybe we'll get that 3rd book out from you and all other plans. All right. And there's hellos all around. And Skunk Rocker got it, Joe. Skunk Rocker got it. And Angie Watson, dude, I am going to take that friend request. I saw you're following me, and we are going to make it official. We are now friends. Oh, of course we were. Anyway, Angie, glad to see you here. I'm at work, so I can't say, but I wanted to pop in and say hello to everyone. I hope everyone has a really good day, and hopefully Grant promotes his stuff. I know it's like pushing Jello uphill, isn't it? But anyway, have a good day, and I'll see everyone on Monday. Angie, have a great day at work, hon. And you have a fantastic weekend, you and Grant both, okay? And Back of the Cereal Box on YouTube. You got to check out that show tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Our family is growing as well. Kelly Gutner of Phoenix Sisters Cosplay is going to be doing a weekly graphic novel trade paperback review show entitled Back Issues from the Bookshelf. More info soon. See, John, you are moving up. That's why I knew you were going to get your own network soon. I wish you well. Let's see what we can do to help you, all right? And vice versa, right? Anyway, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Now, goes into his spiel. He walks up to the podium. The spotlight shines on him. He clears his throat, takes a gentle sip of chilled water, and says, "Arise, Friday Morris monster, arise! Unzip the day's frustrating and pull down the pants, revealing the valley of pleasure and saltwater fantasies, and thrust your ego over and over." And dear God, where is this going? I've got to learn to read ahead. "And until the dream of the climax fulfills your body, until you run through the mountains of the Cleves and pass out from the exhausting stumbling into that utopia they call the weekend." All right. Oh my God, this is why I need a producer. Brian Robbins says, since this group loves Frankenstein type stories, and yes, we do, head on over to Indiegogo and check out Dave Schwartz's new series, Confederate Monster. In the final months of the American Civil War, a secret Confederate plot is unfolding. Desperate to turn the tide towards their favor, the Confederates have pursued a ghastly ghost story as a last resort. It's Frankenstein meets the Civil War. Hey, Brian, would you send me that link via DM? I want to check that out. I have a Frankenstein fetish like no other. Let's hear it. Anyway, but Brian, that sounds great. That's a super concept. Love it. Bill Sarton says, join the far out and groovy kids by clicking on Sarnard76 on Facebook, the artwork of Bill Sarton, for all things from yesteryear. He's currently working on a new commission, but he can also do one for you too. And his work is beautiful. You got to check it out. Check out all of his sketches and the rest of his righteous retro revolution. So check out the artwork of Bill Sarn, where everything old is new again. Thank you, Bill Sarn, for that. And definitely check out his page and give it a like. Please like and subscribe to that page. And there she is, my darling Lacey Lemke. Mwah, good to see you. Hey, everyone, go to Amazon, Zen of the Misty Veils, Enter God Erasure ebook. Check that out. And Lacey was also on Clever Tile Pending a few weeks ago. She was amazing. Please check out that episode too. And Johnny Pica from Facebook says, because I believe a comic should be 22 story pages plus front and back covers. Amen, John. You wouldn't believe how many arguments I've gotten with people, because they've, I've got like 14 pages. That's a full official comic book, right? That's like what the big leagues do, right? And it's like, no. I think now I know at one time and fairly recently DC had some lower selling titles selling like 20 pages of story plus cover art. And I'm not one of those people that counts the cover as part of the story count. I think unless it is part of the story, I think it's cheating. And I've only seen a handful of stories that did that. So anyway, but yeah, I'm with you. 22 story. I think at least 20 pages. 22 is even better. Or you could be like Eric Hawkins and do like about 40 of them for the Zombieful World of Oz #2. And Kelly is awesome. Back of the cereal box. Yes, she is. Kelly and I are old friends. Trevor and Kelly and I are all three friends from the Superman celebration. I'll have to get up early on Saturday and heckle you guys. And Glenn B. Fleming, glad to see you here. Great episode of Clever Title Pending last Tuesday. You got to check it out. Hey, finally got to look at Blender for the animated Hatch film. How's that working out? I haven't been there yet. Of course, here's the thing. I can't get too many programs, Glenn, because you know who gets on my case about having too much stuff on his plate. I know that's nobody can relate to that but me. But that sounds like so much fun. That sounds so cool, Glenn. Yeah, keep us posted. How is that turning out, my friend? And finally, young man, your dream will be realized, and you'll have a real job as an animator, right? Check out Clever Title Pending and you'll get that joke. All right. The last episode was really great. Glenn was amazing. And Joe McKeel says, well, tie my face to the side of a pig and roll me in the mud. If things get any better, I may have to hire someone to help me enjoy it. Oh my God. This is why you got to tune in to Stupid O'Clock or also the Armchair Rocket Science. Is there anything coming up from, when are we going to see, number 10 go up and hopefully go up and land and not blow up, I'd like to know. And Cookie is TCFW, too cool for work, which is why we need to hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you so much, Clyde. Appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. Yeah, and last couple of nights have not been kind to her. The cold has dipped precipitously, and she's dressed for it for the most part, but she comes home so cold. My poor honey. But she's still at it. Proud of her. She's still at it. And I'm bringing her home. I swear to God, I'm bringing her home. And Joe Dog McKeel says, "Tie my face aside." And there, and that was so good. That was so nice. He said it twice. Very cool. Well, that was. Oh, he said it on Facebook and once on YouTube. All right, that's how you do it. And thank you guys. Thank you, Joe Dog and Carl and Donna Carly and everyone who's on 2 different platforms helping my numbers. It is appreciated. Thank you so very much. And also a quick reminder, if you have not reacted to this page with a like or a love or what have you on Facebook or a thumbs up on YouTube, please take a moment and do so. It helps us a lot. Lou Motion says, "We're trying to get the second Frankenstein book out next month. Stay tuned." Well, keep it up. Keep it up, man. And Rick Riley, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Brother Rick. How are you this morning? And Marathon Horror. That's the sound of his, that's the sound you hear now is Lou Motion's heart valve sounding like castanets. And Joe Dog McKeel says, "Oh, crap, I remembered what month it is." Yeah, I know I have that problem, too. If you are soon to be inundated with evil propaganda, it happens every February. You will not be safe with any media. If you go out and you will see children pushing this agenda, you need to be aware and stay safe and not fall into this trap. You remember, you fell for it last year, and now I am warning you, Girl Scout cookies are on sale now, plus they take debit and credit cards. OMG. It's like hearing the local crack dealer has a Square account. You know what I'm saying? Or he takes was it Apple Pay or whatever? It's like, oh my God, don't make it easy on me. Oh yeah, I love Thin Mints. Those are the best. And 14 watching, 11 likes. Michaela J says, "Don't make me break out the whip, people." Oh, we got the backup to the Dark Mistress here, Michaela Jade. I can hear that leather cutting the air now. You better get with the program, people. And we've got some more people. Joe McKeel has mocked us with his laughter. And let's see if we got any new names on here. Cameron Christopher Payne, thank you for the like. Also, thank you, Michaela and Roberto Gonzalez and William Pace, Ellie Mack, Bill Sarn, Jubby Pike, Donna Carlene, and 2 more. Thank you all. And thank you all for responding to this show. And remember, please subscribe, like, and share. And Lou Motion says, "I already bought Girl Scout cookies." Well, hopefully you got mine. I don't need the extra weight. Well, yes, I do. What am I saying? Anyway, Kathy Jackson, author Kathy Jackson. Mwah. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Big hugs. Oh, Kathy Jackson, so excited. Your book is coming out soon. We'll have more details as things get firmed up. But Kathy, we are so proud of you. And thank you for allowing us to be on author Kathy Jackson's books on Facebook. And you all ought to go there because she's got a lot of great posts every day from various authors. If you want to find your new next favorite book, that's the place to go. And Michaela knows Kathy saying hi. And okay, I'll be writing this week. Well, that's good. Lou, we expect that of you, brother. And Rick Bradley says, "I've had people comment on my posts to tell me I'm a writer and how could I misspell words. I tell them that I don't have my editor at the moment." Yeah, no kidding. Me too. I don't even have a self-editor most of the time. And hello, Michaela. Happy weekending. And everyone's saying hello to each other. And John B. Pica says, "And what is the League of Impossibilists, you ask?" Hey, John, what's the League of Impossibilists? They are time-traveling paranormal heroes defending the space-time continuum from the supernatural forces of evil. And if you go to Patreon.com/Impossibilists, you'll get sneak peeks of this great graphic novel coming out. I'm excited for you, John. I really am. And Glenn B. Fleming mocks us with his laughter and says, "I don't have a page on Wikipedia. I'm on one about where I'm from." Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Well, I'm not on the Danville, Illinois page. Don't they know I'm a Facebook famous YouTuber? And former mortician's assistant? Don't they realize my infamy? Actually, there is one thing. I would love to get on the Skyman page because I have my Skyman book. And unfortunately, some of the pages, this is something that's happened, I've noticed with some author pages, people who write current books, that people kind of control the authors control the narrative. And I don't want to say which one, but there was a character that's not in the public domain, and the person who apparently has the rights to it nothing else exists but his and the originals. And there are other people that have written this character, but his is canon, which maybe sort of, I don't know, but anyway, I'd love to get my Skyman on the Skyman page, but it's tacky to write about yourself on Wikipedia, and I get that. I completely get that, but I'm too cheap to hire anyone to do it for me. Anyway, the Skunk Rocker says this running commentary from the Crazed Maniac Furry is brought to you by Monster Energy Drink, because if you're going to drink poison, it might as well taste like poison. Yeah, I don't see the thing about. I've never had Red Bull, but I had, what is it, Soba? This is about 14 years ago. 15 now, and it was in conjunction with Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, and they had one, a can with the Superman. I thought, that's Superman, I'll grab it, it's cheap. And I thought, this is the best time to try this stuff. And it tasted like watered down prune juice, which is what my grandmother used to drink. Okay. It was just this shy of vile. Also, I've had the 5-hour drinks. Now, I haven't had any of the new ones, but I've had the 5-hour drinks, like when I would drive from then Champaign, Illinois to Buffalo, New York to visit my in-laws. I got a couple of those one time, and the problem is I was so heavily caffeinated, they only lasted me about a little over 2 hours. So didn't affect me after that. So anyway, so no, I've not. I have tried the Mountain Dew, one of the Mountain Dew energy drinks. That's pretty good. And I've got one chilling in the fridge that I found yesterday at the supermarket, and it was Coca-Cola infused with coffee, vanilla coffee. I'm going to have that tomorrow, because if because I want to watch, I want to be in the green room tonight. And if that's going to stop my heart, I want to do it on the weekend. Okay. Anyway, Brian Rodman says, if you allow me to include your illustrious dino porn career with Christian Basil, then I will be thrilled to write your Wikipedia page, says Brian Rodman. I'm consenting, which is how Christian and I got together. So I don't see why not. Brian, if you do Wikipedia, I'd seriously like to talk to you, and I would make it worth your while. And I tell people I can't spell, says Molly Daniels, but sometimes my fingers can't. Yes, that's me. My fingers are sometimes total illiterate some days. That's why I used to be fairly fast, but if I take time and actually spell everything right, first drafts take me a lot longer. And Anthony Bouveau, how the hell are you, sir? Good to see you, sir. And Anthony Bouveau's alter ego, Andy Bove, will be on Clever Title Pending very soon, with a couple of other wonderful authors, such as the returning, might as well give you the skinny here, Andy, Morgan Strathen Connick will be on as well, a wonderful writer, as well as Teresa Dunn will be making her appearance. So we're gonna have a three-way discussion. Anyway, hello all. Glad to see you here, Anthony. I hope your morning's going well. And hey, kids, says Bill Sarton, the best place for Saturday morning TV is the Everyday is Saturday Facebook group. We feature the best cartoons from the 30s to the 80s, classic commercials, PSAs, and all things that made Saturday morning super. So get a big bowl of your favorite cereal. Make sure to join the Everyday is Saturday Facebook group today. Definitely check that out. Good stuff. And Skunksy and laughed at by Michaela. Ryan Permisson, good morning, sir. Good morning, my friend. And good morning, Nevermorians. How are you? We are well. We hope you are the same. Join us live tomorrow for the season premiere of And I Quote at 12 p.m. Eastern with special guest Jason Swoboda of $7 a pop, talking about Funko Pops and other collectibles. That sounds like a cool time. And Skunk Rocker said, yeah, definitely check out what Ryan does. He is great. And also check him out on Patreon too. Great guy, great creator, great content creator too. And Skunk Rocker says, well, I wouldn't want to badmouth a wonderful product like Lucky Strike cigarettes, would I, Michaela? Hey, now, it's like you young people, LSMFT. I don't care what anyone says. It means Lucky Strike. It means fine tobacco. It used to be on all the old commercials with Cliff Robertson. And good. Yes, it is. Everything's great. And Crash the Gate is with Comic Talk with Pops Van Zandt. Pops, I am there, sir. I'm revving up the motor. We're going in together. And Crash the Gate. Now, that could be. I like that, Lou. And Pops, I see what you guys are doing there. I get it now. Okay, I like that. That could work. Crashing the Gate. Death to the gatekeepers. And Carl Wisman says there is no mention of Crastigate on the interwebs, so it's new. Copyright that sucker, Skunk. Yeah, let's get that trademark action going. And Pop says how this whole thing started. Silly, but it's true. And I don't know on that one, Skunk, says Michaela. Joe Dog McKeel says, FYI, when finally putting bulbs in all the lights of the ceiling fan with low energy, use LED bulbs. Make sure the switch is off before cleaning out the socket that has been empty for years. Yeah. Yeah, and also, I had an incident just a couple weeks ago. We had one light up here that was flickering, and it's like, this is an old house. This house is 81 years old, and I'm like, oh crap! And we've already got one outlet up here that isn't working, and I want it when it's a little nicer. I want to take care of it. But this thing started flickering. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And then Cookie said, well, you realize you put that bulb in the summer, and I know you don't, really screw it in. So it's an effort to try to remove the bulb later when it burns out. So just go in there and see if it can't go back in a little tighter. And I did, no problems. And I forgot, I put it in the summer, and then it's cooled considerably. So it may be the thing shrinking or something, because it's right up on the roof and we got terrible insulation up here. So anyway, hashtag fun of home ownership. Anyway, but yeah, that's definitely make sure don't play with electricity. That will kill you. And good morning, my friends. You too, Carl, says Boss Man Sandal. I'm glad you're so inclusive, dude. Check out CromCon next month. It's going to be awesome. And the Skunk Rocker says, I said Crash the Gate. You know the lyrics from Convoy, but the microphone picked it up as Crash the Gate. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Good one. Is that today's earworm, Skunk? I think today mine is Brilliant by Ultravox. But anyway, that's fine. Skunk Rock says, and just so you know, trying to get it to say Crastigate again, though the speech to text is also result in Crestigate and Crustigate. So I don't know. I think this phone is just making up words now. Your phone is a writer. I'd put it to work. And Carl Wisman says, people on YouTube who don't know what they were talking about say this, and so I know. I waited till you were all sitting down. But yeah, there are some people with this weird idea that comics only extends to what they like to read. It's like, who's a Superman character? Oh yeah, he's in the movies. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the amount of comics information or misinformation is astounding. And so Spectrum comic book the Spectrum comic book show is going to try to alleviate that the fake news out there. It's like I keep telling the story about when I moved to Lafayette. I got involved in a heated discussion with some checkout clerk. Actually, he was a bag boy who at the top of his lungs was informing me that John Byrne created Superman. And for those of you who don't know, no, Superman had been around for 50 years by the time. Honestly, for 50 years by the time John Byrne got to him. Anyway, Ryan Permesson says, check out the podcast where I talk about the latest movies I've seen, and he's seen a lot, and I'm to blame for a lot of them. Anyway, check out the Nerdcast on Anchor FM. That is going to be a good time. Thank you, Ryan. And so what? That guy was saying he was there when they started printing the worst direct edition on the comics? Yeah, Rick Bradley, I think that was it. And what kind of hubris does that take to think that that the direct market spawned the second he discovered a comic shop? And I mean that, and I do hear a lot of these people, and I have a certain amount of time advantage over a lot of them. Granted, most of these guys are half my age, if that, but they obviously haven't done any of the research. And that's one thing that the four of us would like to do, is not only talk about stuff that's out there right now that's really worth your attention. As far as comics, and we might turn you on to some really cool things. Like John B. Pica turned me on to Adventure Man. I would have liked more of a resolution in the first collection. But other than that, it was a really fun ride. And the art by Terry Dodson was beautiful. And there are books out there that are really, really good. And a lot of back issues are available either on the Comixology platform, which is like e-comics. And it's a division of Amazon, so you can buy it and a comic on there, and it will go into your Amazon book reading queue. Okay. Or something like hoopla.com, which ties into your library card. which I use extensively. So so I think it's a certain amount of egotism that that's makes them say this, or they just haven't done the research, or in my case, lived through it. I mean, back in the day, even before I got into the comics retail, I wanted to know. I wanted to know who these people were. Like the other day, Clyde and I had a wonderful. I think it was Clyde. I think it was you and me, Clyde. We talked about like Bob Powell and stuff, and people today don't have a clue as to who Bob Powell is. Anyway, Trevor Hawkins says crass, rude, and castigate to punish. Sounds like us. Yeah, I think that phone has us pegged, Trevor Hawkins. Anyway, we hope you'll tune in to the Spectrum Comic Books show. We are really going to have fun. But if you want to really have some fun in the meantime, I'd check out Dastardly Dingoes if I were you, because Brian Rodman says the Dastardly Dingoes podcast is harassing your airwaves, your eyes, and your eardrums as we bring you some amazing indie creator interviews, movie reviews, and topical shows about imposter syndrome, world building, and the importance of worldview and storytelling. You head on over to that Dastardly Dingoes address there and join the shenanigans today. And Carl's saying, good morning, Pops. And Scott Crocker says, which honestly is kind of funny that it's making stuff up based off of what I say. Maybe I ought to rename my phone William. And now we wait to see if anyone gets the joke. Okay. And what's a newsstand, Grandpa? Well, listen, boom, borderline boomer. That's that thing where right after the cave walls went out of vogue, we had to go to newsstands. It's like, I was talking with Glenn B. Fleming. Well, maybe Glenn was who I was talking about with Bob Powell the other day, but yeah, it was Glenn. We were talking about Bob Powell in the off hours, and we both remember going around Chicago back in the day, and there was this newsstand downtown, like near the Loop, where I bought Flash number 123, first volume, which was the Flash in Two Worlds, the first time I'd ever seen Jay Garrick. Okay, and been a fan ever since. But yeah, newsstands, and it's funny because Randy Zimmerman and I were on a show with Varian Grant on IndieVolt.com. Check out that network too; they're good. And Randy and I are approximately the same age, and so we were talking about the newsstands versus direct sales. And Varian just got this crazy look in his eyes. He goes, guys, I know Varian is not exactly a teenager. Okay. I think he's in his late teens, but anyway, yeah, I'm angling for my own show on Indie Volt now. Anyway, and Varian's going like over my dead body, you will. But anyway, Randy and I were talking about newsstands and such. And Varian said, I don't remember a time when I didn't have comic shop to go to. And like I said, mid 70s. So that's what, 20, that's like almost half a century that we've had direct sales. Not quite a half century, but almost. So, that's enough out of you, Anyways, the Skunk Rocker says, and Crestigate, that sounds like what a detective does when investigating toothpaste. I was just thinking that. Yeah. Or Crestigate, that would be wouldn't that be a scandal in the toothpaste industry, like a break-in at Colgate or something? Joe Dog McGill says, okay, everyone, I learned something last night. A lit firecracker in the bedroom at 1:45 will really piss off the wife and set off the smoke alarm. Or so you hear? Yeah, I get that. Emotion says, even that specialty brand that did Bass Reeves, Red Rooster, etc. seems to have faded from Walmart. Well, and to be honest, I don't wish any business ill, really, but I am not surprised. The people that put that on have a Kickstarter that they have absolutely refused to fulfill. They did incredibly well, but all they did was take all the money from that, and I think they've admitted it. They took all the money from that Kickstarter and put it into the Walmart venture. Now, I think, it was a good idea. And I hear the books were okay. I've not heard anyone rave about them, but my thought is you had people sending you money directly and you diverted it for something else. That's, I've known other Kickstarters that have done it, and I've refused to help them after that. It's like, I don't support that. You use the money for your Kickstarter people, you reward them, and then you see if you can do the other one. The husband and wife that did the Walmart books, What they should have done was take the Kickstarter money, print extra copies, use the profits from those to parlay that into the Walmart thing. But not surprised. Incredible mismanagement. It really is. And I wish that honestly, I wish Kickstarter had a mechanism to prevent people like that from doing anything further. I really don't want to, and basically get their money back. Michaela Jade says, I was thinking it too. I never seen a newsstand. Oh, you poor darling. Well, you're such a wee little lassie. I'm not surprised. You're such a young thing. And Brian Robin says, if you're looking for great jokes, newsletters, and original content, go no further than CKOEPP.com and see what Cindy Cap has in store for you, including things like sneak peeks at her latest work, links to free works, and also a great read on the newsletter. Seriously. And Scott Crocker says, you keep that up, Michaela, your head will pop off because the nonsense from Joe never stops. And we love him for it. I feel kindred to him. Bill Sargent says, have you joined the Good Times with Dan Facebook yet? You need to check it out if you're a fan of classic movies and TV series. Oh, Ryan Permisson, I think we need to get you there. Today we're showing the series premieres of Jerry Anderson's Space 1999, UFO, and The Tomorrow People. Oh my God, I remember all of them. I love Space 1999 and UFO. So when you get fed up with the current collection of trash TV, join the Good Times with Dan Facebook group for when television was great and it mattered. Hey, Space 1999 was the reason why I only attended 4 classes on my Monday night world history class at what was then DJC. And yeah, UFO, that was great. That was a great show. In fact, UFO came first, and unfortunately, things conspired that they didn't get a second season of that fantastic show. So they took a lot of the basic concepts and switched them over to Space 1999 with the great Martin Landau and Barbara Bain from Mission Impossible. Also, first season had Barry Morse from The Fugitive, also hunting the one-armed man, not to be confused with the one-armed woman who is Molly Daniels. And well, darn, break all over stupid adulting responsibilities. Well, Rick, you'll never see me doing that. Well, brother, glad you were here, man. Hope you have a great weekend. Much love to you all. And Lou Motion has First Comics News. Get spaced out with Source Point Press. Excellent. Very good, Lou. Thank you. And from the desk of a small press publisher, Joe D. McPhee, glad to see you, sir. Thanks again for the advice on the secret project. I appreciate it. Well, you're very, very welcome. Seriously, I think that thing's got legs. And that's all the farther we'll go with that discussion. But go for it, man. Even if you have to publish it as a pseudonym, because if it's running counter to your branding, which I suspect it would be. But no, I'd say at least do something with it on Kindle. Okay, because I don't think there's anything there as long as you don't show any of that stuff on the cover. Okay. Your cover would pass. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, I'm glad to help with that. Seriously, you went to all the work and it looked beautiful. Not many people can use the posing thing like you did. That was well done. Seriously, it was. And Nick Tucker says, "Good morning, Nevermorians. Sorry for the late step, but was up late working on the second part of the Hybrids RPG. Gonna have to bug you to playtest part 2 sooner than you might think. I've been waiting and anticipating, Nick. We are here." So please, bug away. And also, but take a couple hours tonight, say about 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, and do that Historical Fencing Guild show that is so darned entertaining. So please check it out, and you'll learn stuff. And also check out the work of Nicholas Tockard and Amanda Tockard, his lovely wife, and talented, both very talented people. Be sure to check them out on Amazon.com. Except no substitutes. John B. Pica, it was supposed to be a big announcement on Wednesday, but day job stuff got in the way. We launched a dedicated website for Back of the Cereal Box at cerealboxpodcast.com. Check it out. Well, yeah, I think you mentioned it Wednesday's show. So, but no, let's get to John's website and give him some love. And lurking mode has begun, says Ninja Rick Bradley. And Sacred Project. Yeah. That's your voice to text working its magic, skunk. And Brian Robbins says, for only $1 a month, you can support a poor fez-wearing writer/broadcaster and prevent him from riding that pole on the street corner. But what if he likes it? Head on over to patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and do your part to give your host the tip or the whole thing. Yes, and thank you, Brian Robin. Also, Brian has a Patreon. So does John Pica, Cindy Kep, Amy Hale, the Eric Hawkins. In fact, everyone you see on this card here who are our Patreon supporters have Patreons of their own. There are a whole bunch of great people with great incentives to subscribe to what they do. So please check out these wonderful people. Thank you all for your support. It is super appreciated. It really is. And now back to your comments. Let's see. Oh, okay, there we go. I haven't missed much. And Joe Dog McKeel says, ever have that person in your life you want to tell go into the light just before you push them into a fire? Oh, if only it were just one. Anyway, from the desk of a small press publisher, which, by the way, at 10 p.m. Saturday nights has a great interview show. Check out Joe D. McPhee. He had a great show a couple weeks ago with me. I really enjoyed it. I had fun, and we had a good time. And it's always a good time to watch that show. So please check out and subscribe to From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher. It's good material there. See, currently working on the cover to issue 1 now. Got 2 more people reading the unedited version now. It may be published under a different name. That's not a horrible idea, like I said. And if you need somebody to do a thorough edit, let me know. And I'll let you use my pseudonym too. How's that? And tune in to Monday Madness with Pops Van Zandt on the Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt channel. Who's going to be your guest this week? Anyway, at 9 p.m., I believe it is, on Monday nights. Check out Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt. Always enjoyable. Seriously. And I have been bugging Amanda Tucker, author, to finish Council Bluffs. Yeah, tell her to get busy. Make it a race between you two. Is the Hybrids RPG going to come out first, or is Council Bluffs going to come out, Nicholas? See, this is how you give her incentive to show you off. Or show you up, rather. I got one like that at home. Anyway, and I love her. Anyway, Lou Motion, previewsworld.com, and there's the catalog number for that book. Thank you, Lou Motion. Thank you, sir. Excuse me. And Nick Tucker says, every time I plug the glorious Cindy Kep author, CKOEPP.com, and Brian runs her ad, I get to say, roll that beautiful bean footage. What are you talking about? This?
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Cindy is such a great writer. She really is. I'm in awe of her. I'm not just saying it because she's my friend. I don't have to be nice after that. Anyway, but no, Cindy Kep is a wonderfully entertaining writer. Please check out her stuff on Amazon and check out Animal Eye, which is being turned into a comic book series and eventually a trade paperback graphic novel. So you will totally love it. But yeah, I love talking her up too, Nick Tucker, and I love talking you up too. Check out the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 8 p.m. on YouTube. It's worth it. Ryan Rodman says, I can't justify paying full price for a comic that is under 22 pages. Every comic I've created is at least 24 pages long, not including covers. As a reader and a creator, I want as much bang for my buck as possible. I agree with you. I mean, the Eric Hawkins, his last issue, I think his first issue of Zombie for World of Oz was like 20 pages plus cover, and then second issue was like was double that with covers too, and variants, not variant Grant, but variants. And when I did Spencer Spook 3 years ago, I think we clocked in at 24 plus cover too. But yeah, there's a group of creators that are like, well, you've got to count the cover as part of the story. Well, unless it's part of the story, that's the only way. But still, and I will say that Scarlet Trace is written that way. That the first page of the book is the cover, we start the action there because we can't wait. Anyway, Nick Tockert says, but thank you for your input, Brian Rodman. I agree with you completely. And especially since, getting back to this real fast, especially with crowdfunded campaigns where basically you're not paying like say $4.95, $3.95, $5 for a lot of comics. I'm with you. I want an explosion of value in my books, which is why, quite honestly, I'm not backing as many comics as I have. There's some I actually wish I could get my money back on. I really do. I'll probably be getting rid of them. Some of them are very disappointing. Nick Tucker says, Blender is definitely on my eventual to-do list after the stop motion Big Stompy Robots movie I have planned. I'm looking forward to that, Nick. I think you've done some test reels on that. That's good stuff. That is so cool. And from YouTube, Comics Talks with Pop Fans, and okay, I'm not ready for this obviously more coffee, less tooping. Yeah, definitely don't start tooping yet until you get more coffee, dude. I've had 2 of these already, so I understand, Pops. Anyway, glad you're here, Pops. Always a pleasure to have you, brother. And Nick Tucker says, but you could play with animated GIFs. There are free sites to set it up. MS GIF Maker is still only 56 kilobytes, so it takes no room. Wow, that little? Holy cats. I've got Word documents longer than that. And Philip Thompson, good morning to you, my friend. Any tips on promoting books on social media? Do it. That'll put you ahead of about 99% of all the creators out there. A lot of them just put their work out and then wonder, well, why are people buying it? Well, it's because nobody knows it's there. So just keep talking about it. Keep talking it up, Philip. That is the best thing you can do. And get involved in social media. Don't just drop your link and run. People don't care about that. That's useless. But the people that get traction on this are people like Brian Rodman. I'm predicting his next Memoirs of an Angel is going to blast past any goals he's got for it because a lot of people like him. And I've been very successful, and I thank everyone for it because people like me. Same with Michaela. Same with all of us here that put our work out but have taken the time to be involved in shows like this where people get to know you. All right. And that's why I've got people for the last 6 months. I've had people actually asking me to be on Clever Title, to get on Clever Tile Bending, and I turn a number of them down because I see what they do. Anyway, Joe McKeel says space.com posted a question. If you could name the next launch system, aka rocket, what would you call it? I was thinking optimized orbital placement system, but the way NASA likes to use acronyms, just saying we have liftoff on the first flight of the oops, it doesn't sound so as good anymore. Well, I've got 9 different oops that I think bear that out, Joe. Oh yeah, that poor SR9. So close, so close. I didn't even have time to clench on that one. And Skullcracker says StreamYard, get your together, yeah. Or it could be operator error, probably. And Lucky Strike has gone to war. Oh yeah, I still remember those ads with Cliff Robertson when I was a kid. And gotta run. Duty calls, by the way. If you do not have health insurance, Biden to open up a new Affordable Care Act open enrollment starting Monday, February 15th through May 15th. Wow. I thought that was only going to be a 30-day window. John, that is so cool. Oh, that is awesome. ACA still needs some tinkering, but by God, it's like I think it ought to be available to everyone who can. And I'd like to see more. I'd like to see more of this. Thank you, John, for sharing that. So if you didn't get your insurance act together in November, you got another window coming up. So take advantage of it. And Skunkcracker says, yes, the electricity will kill you and it'll hurt the entire time you're dying. Actually, I almost got electrocuted in high school. And I didn't. It was great. It was, if you're going to have a good death, that was it. All I remember is there was a refrigerator in the back of our science class lab that had a short in it. And Mark Leonard should remember this because he's the one that saved me. And a metal windowsill nearby. So people were putting their finger on the handle and then putting their finger on the metal windowsill, and they got a little shock. Well, I was told about this, and of course, dumbass that I am, I went back there and I grabbed that handle and I grabbed that that windowsill, and it is like going to sleep. Because the next day, I remember I'm lying on my back, surrounded by my classmates, half of whom are crying. and the teacher yelling, "Brian, are you okay?" And it turns out Mark threw himself across the room and broke my hold. It's a wonder I'm here today. It's like talking about courting death. That seemed to be my hobby back then. Hopefully Christian was listening to Brian talk of light bulbs as Trevor Hawkins. It reminds me of a Playboy cartoon that I can't talk about here, but I may have to mention it later. Nick Tucker says, late tonight at 8 p.m. 7 Central, I will be hosting the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream. We are in the second season of Weekly Chat talking sword news. Check it out. That is seriously a great show. And Nick, we're going to send you, you're next on my playlist love. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. If you subscribe to my page, we are building a number of links to sites that deserve your love, such as the Historical Fencing Guild, such as Michaela Jade, such as Joe Dog McKeel, Stupid O'Clock, and Amy Hale, and who else have I got here? Ted Davies Artistry and Twisted Angel. We love Twisted Angel. Not to mention Rising Tide Publications. So anyway, please check them out. And wait, Brian, they made a book about Superman. I know. Yeah, it was Friedrich Nietzsche. He was talking about the Ubermensch. I believe that was it. Trevor Hawkins, who's Superman? That was a character never went anywhere. He was called the Superman, and the creators, a couple guys out of Cleveland, had did a book, but the company went under, so they burned all but one of the pages. Anyway, Comic Talks with Pops Van Zandt. I've learned a lot of what to do as a podcaster on YouTube. I've learned more of what not to do, though. Yeah, ditto. This broadcast is a testament to all the things I've picked up in the last 5 or 6 years, and I look at my old stuff, Pops, and I just cringe. It's like, what was I thinking? There are times I'm thinking, if I was smart, I'd have never started this thing. But we're here and we're glad. And Rick Bradley, the Lord knows that with what I do know about comics, there's a ton more that I don't know. Well, I've been at this. I've been reading comics since, really 1959. And I've got, of course, been reading stuff that came before then. And there's always more to learn. And that's the beauty of it. You can't learn everything. It's great. And Brian Robin asks, do you need your project to shine like the sun? Head on over to jeremywoodring.com and see what he can do for you. He's the main producer and editor of the Dastardly Dingoes podcast interview and the drawing show. Plus, he's done all of Brian Robin's Kickstarter videos. The amount of professionalism he can bring to your project is unparalleled at affordable prices. Get in touch with him today and make him bring your project to the next level. Do that thing. I'm going to have Jeremy doing some stuff for me soon. And Lou Motion, my arrogance, comics stopped when I stopped reading them. yeah, Lou. I know a number of other professionals, and it's kind of funny. They work on a title for a while, and then another person takes over, and you ask them, well, have you, what did you think of what so-and-so did? And they're like, I stopped reading the minute I stopped writing that book. And there are some, it's like, I don't want to name names, but in the mainstream, but it's like, I remember one writer got off of a book that they were on for like a long time, Clue. And then they were writing the main title again, and they'd had like 3 or 4 writers in the meantime. And it was like, those issues didn't exist, which was kind of funny. But I also got off the boat about 2 issues later. Anyway, Michaela Jane says, I like it when someone turns me on. And we were talking about plugging earlier. So Michaela is like, yeah, well, we try to do our part, Michaela. We are here to help. And Georgia 71 at US 41 in Dalton got an accident in the intersection. Oh, hope everyone's okay. Hope that doesn't put you too far behind, Skunk. Keep us posted while we're on the air. And Pops Van Zandt says, the listener is by Dustin Brunel, and it is a freaking awesome book. I honestly told him I had to read it again before I could talk to him about it. That's a good sign. And Bob Powell was great. Exactly, Lou. Oh my God, he was so awesome. And the more I read of his stuff, the better I like him. But yeah, Glenn and I were talking about how he did a limited amount of work for marvel. In fact, our discussion on last Tuesday's Clever Title Pending, which I think everyone ought to watch because Glenn is an amazingly talented guy, and you'll be very impressed with him and learn a lot. We were talking about how Stan Lee was so fortunate to have great storytelling artists who could pick up their share of the storytelling burden and run with it, like a Steve Ditko or a Jack Kirby or a Dick Ayers. Dick Ayers did a number of comics for Stan where Stan did no dialogue, and they're beautiful to follow. They really are. He was a great storyteller. Or John or Sal Buscema or Herb Trimpe, guys who could tell a story through their art. And then you had guys who didn't quite get into the swing of it, with the way that, I think they're so used to script first stuff that, when they had to actually plot out the thing, they were a little lost. Carl Burgos was kind of on that borderline. Although he wrote his own stuff, of course, with the Human Torch and other stories. But Bob Powell seemed way out of his depth, although he did do an issue or two of Daredevil with Wally Wood that were just amazing. Skunk Rocker says, trying to get around it now, going through some back parking lots. This sucks. Well, stay safe, man. Stay safe. And get Podcast Ted. Check out a new episode dropping this Sunday at anchorfm.fm. Ted Davies Artistry, and subscribe to his YouTube channel, please. Skunk Cracker says, all right, I'm moving again. Now let's see if I can make up lost time. Well, we're thinking of you, Skunk. Stay safe, brother. And SN10 is on hold until the FAA conducts the crash investigation of SN9, says Joe Dog McKeel. In other words, the only way the feds can give the other launch providers a chance to catch up is to bog them down with paperwork. Yeah. It is a government operation, after all, Joe Dog. That's why they say Washington, D.C., the home of all that paperwork, is a combination of, northern charm and southern efficiency. Nick Tockard says, now I promise to publish something this month, but which project will it be? The new fantasy RPG, Beneath Briargate, my secret book on the paranormal, the BSR story? Only one way to find out. Go to Nicholas Tockert on Amazon and subscribe to that page. Anytime that Nick updates that, you get notice. Also, I am on Amazon. Please subscribe to my page. Also, a lot of other authors like Amy Hale and Michaela Jade, but mostly me. My fragile ego deserves it, I think. I'm so entitled. And Lou Ocean says comic racks and grocery stores and 7-Elevens. Oh, yeah. And supermarkets and bookstores. And I used to buy my comics for a year or two also in drugstores. Still remember Gleichman's Drugs on the square in Georgetown, Illinois. Also Osco Drugs on North Vermilion in Danville. Also bought them for a while at Woolworths and Kmart and all other places. And also a drugstore in Chrisman, Illinois on the square there. That's now their public library. Trevor Hawkins, Drugstorm turns racks were my gateway. Oh, Drugstorm, turn racks were my gateway to comics. Yeah. And I lived in a small community in East Central Illinois, Olivet, Illinois, which was south of where, called about less than 15 miles south of Danville, Illinois. But at the time, they had a rather large community. What's there now is pretty much just a Catholic seminary now, which has been there for quite some time. And all of it has an interesting history. But they had a small mom and pop grocery on Route 1 at one point, and my parents used to stick me in the corner by the magazine rack and I could sit on the floor and look through the comics, but I couldn't read them because I didn't know how to read at the time, which led to my asking my mom to teach me how to read at 3. Anyway, Rick Bradley says, in my little town, we didn't have a comic book shop until I was in high school. I would always get my comics from gas stations or supermarkets. Yeah, see, wherever we could find them was the thing. Eric Hawkins says, in the meantime, for those waiting for Red Rooster from Indiegogo, you could have had 2 issues of the Zombified World of Oz, and issue 3 is coming to Kickstarter in April. See, and Eric is great on fulfillment. Seriously, he is a machine when it comes to fulfillment. And he was a huge help to me on Spencer Spook. So, don't waste your money on those guys that can't or won't or who refuse to fulfill because they're holding onto your money and trying to use your money to further themselves in something other than what they promised you. Eric Hawkins keeps his promises. All right. And Brian Rodman, folks, I have discovered that Fat Kid Dream chili with Cheez-Its. Oh, I made chili last night because, well, it's Alaska outside. Oh, hell yeah. And I was out of regular crackers, so I just put Cheez-Its there. Oh, my goodness. Game changer. Follow me for more recipes. Seriously. I've done that before. Also, Ritz crackers are great. Or, oh, I can't remember the kind, but they're that real buttery rectangular ones. Oh yeah. Yeah, we rarely buy saltines in this house, but we buy like the specialty crackers and pop them into things, and OMG, the deliciousness. But yeah, Cheez-Its. Oh yeah. And I don't know, they probably have less cholesterol. I would hope. Well, they might not have less cholesterol than regular cheese, but yeah, and I love cheese on my chili. Good chili is good. And yes, thank you, Brian Rahman. Follow him for more recipes and kitchen tips. Bill Sarton, Crestigate is what you do to keep the cavity creeps at bay. We make holes in teeth. That's right. They're evil. And Nick Tucker says, Kivrin St. James, author, is writing another book of male comedy romance and commissioning another book cover. I'm so proud to see her name from AO3 to paid publishing. That is great. And Kivrin was here the other day, and please tell her to come back here. We want to get her involved in the community. And cool mudslides in the 4-pack. Yoo-hoos for grown-ups. Yum, says Joe Dog McKeel. Yes. OMG, yes. And yeah, we bought some, actually we got a coupon for free Silk dark chocolate almond milk. And if you think that a glass of that doesn't have a date with some Kraken soon, you are sorely mistaken. But actually, you put some in a cup and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. You got great hot chocolate, and with no lactose intolerance issues. And Comics Talks with Pop Van Zandt on YouTube says Monday Madness 8 p.m. Rich Parada and promoting the launch of The Listener. Very cool indeed. Check that out. Nick Tucker says, and new art for the current projects may find their way onto DeviantArt.com/Nick T. It's a secret. Well, that's okay. Nobody goes here. So everyone spread the word about this thing that Nick Tucker doesn't want you to know about. Phil Thompson, any tips for marketing and promoting on social media for a book? Yeah, just keep talking about it. Like right now, you've already contributed twice. What book? We don't know anything about a book. See what I'm saying, Philip? We got to be told about it and how to buy it, where to get it. And Brian Robinson, Philip Thompson, I encourage you to check out Comics Launches Podcast. It has excellent tips for building a fan base on social media and prepping for a Kickstarter as well. I didn't know that. See, I learned stuff here. That's great. Thank you, Brian Rahman. Appreciate that. Joe Dog McKeel. Oh, I forgot. Happy Thursday, everyone. happy Thursday to you too. And I hope Stupid O'Clock is just as good today as it was when it showed last night. The Eric Hawkins says Zombie World 1 Oz was 20 pages. Okay, I thought so. Or 24 for the studio edition, and Zombie World of Oz was 44 pages, not including covers. And I remember 4 pages in issue 2 were fantastic. Buy it for that backup story. It was awesome. And Philip joined the madness. Yeah, Philip, check out Comic Talks with Pops Van Zandt. It is on you go to his Facebook page and give that a like. Thank you, Pops. Appreciate it. And I'm going to have to rename this van the Millennium Falcon because it's doing light speed right now. So it's a skunk rocker. Well, dude, I hope you make the Kessel run in record time. And Donna Carleen, Deej Ryu was a unique, peace-loving red dragon with an eye for human wenches. Hey, we've got that in common. Rhiannon was the daughter of a whore who served only food and drink. When they meet, sparks fly. But can they fly for eternity? And what is the secret of Rhiannon's paternity? Go to Barnes & Noble and check out Dragons and Wizards by Donna Carleen. Check it out, or go to lulu.com and buy it directly there. You can get that, and that sounds great, Donna. Oh my God, I gotta get your books. I really do. I am so delinquent about that. I'm a bad boy. Spank me. Anyway, Donna, check out the work of Donna Carleen on lulu.com and on Barnes & Noble. Good for you. And Nick Tucker is on Amazon. So is Amanda Tucker, his wife, very talented. And honey, I'm home. Lucy, I'm home. And Willow Skyler, my Scarlet Witch. How are you doing, sweetheart? And Willow, thank you as always for promoting this show. We love you, and thank you to the Hanging with Web Show Network for promoting us and hoping we can share the love with them. Anyway, we're glad you're here. You got off early. Shut up, Christian. From work. You're home for the rest of the day. Good for you. If so, Anthony Bouveau says, have to run for now. Brian, have a good rest of the day and love following the show and looking forward very much for being part of Clever Tile Pending, and thank you again for scheduling me to be on. Well, thank you, and I expect you to be fascinating, sir. Anyway, you have a great weekend, Anthony. Have a great one. We'll be talking soon. And gasp, it's a kitty. Hi, Willow. And have fun and enjoy, everyone. I'm trying to enjoy as many people as I can here. This is why commas are important. Anthony, have a great weekend, brother. And Joe Dog McKeel, okay, last for the day. Don't die, feed Cookie. Yep, we're looking at it. Chuck Norris died 10 years ago, but the Grim Reaper can't get up the courage to tell him. Oh, my God. Oh, God, that's great. 2 great Chuck Norris jokes. That's one I thought I'd heard all of them. That's fantastic. Thank you, Joe Dog. And we are working towards getting her fed. And Willow says hi to Skunk. And the main reason I don't post videos of my adventures, says Joe Dog McKeel, evidence admissible in a court of law. That's right. That's right. Video don't lie. And here I am. Oh my God. Anyway, honestly, the key to being a successful indie creator, says Brian Rodman, who should know, is to keep creating and keep showing up. Find a plan that works for you and go. If you can make it past a couple of years, you're ahead of 90% of other folks. I can't tell you how many issue number 1s I bought from indies, and the issue was amazing. The number 2 never happened. Yeah. That's what I've been saying for months. You know what the rarest thing is in indie comics is a second issue. And that's why you are light years ahead. Eric Hawkins is working on his 3rd issue. You know, that's amazing. I see a lot of guys that like are writing, you know, they're trying to write their own coattails like an Ouroboros. I put out 1 issue. And I don't talk up my 1 comic book. I mean, I've got work in other comics, but I don't really do a lot of talk about, I've only published 1 issue. I hope to change that this year. Excuse me. So Eric, clear your schedule as soon as I get that done. But anyway, it's like a lot of people are getting a lot of mileage out of just doing 1 comic, or they have this star-spanning concept and they only have like 1 issue out, and that's all they're going to do. But they, show up on all the chat shows. And, there's a lot of, I get approached by a lot of people that, I've got this new comic. Well, what about issue 2? Talk to me when you get issue 2 out. I'm, those are the people that are going to succeed in this business. Like you, Brian, you're going to level up this year. And good morning, Nevermorians. BobbyNash.com. Bobby Nash, good to see you, brother. I've started my research. You're next in the queue, brother. You're next in the queue. But anyway, check out AbrahamSnow.com. Also check out BobbyNash.com for some amazing reading material. Bobby is great. And Bobby is going to be returning to Clever Tile Pending in February. So please stay tuned for more details. Glad to have you, Bobby. Always. And I am driving entirely too fast right now, since the Skunk Rocker, to be able to do my usual plug for my show, the Scrubhouse Video Club. So just go back through previous Nevermind the Furthermore episodes and find one of my comments there. You can find the Scrubhouse Video Club on YouTube, also on Twitch TV, also on Facebook. They have their own page there. Please give that page a like. Also, please like, subscribe, and share. It's a great show where they investigate all kinds of schlocky cinema and TV shows, regardless of the genre. If it's B, it's going to be on the Scrubhouse Video Club. How's that, Skunk? How'd I do? And Jewel Osco, says the Skunk Rocker. Yeah. This was just an Osco. It was a standalone. It didn't have the supermarket attached. We had a Jewel Osco in Champaign, though, back at Neal and University, the southwest corner, I remember. And when I was a kid in Des Plaines, Illinois, I would get my comics at 7-Eleven on Thacker Street. And when I moved to Georgia, I bought all my comics at Ingles, which is a grocery store chain down here, says Skunk Rocker. Yeah, I bought mine. Like I said, that little mom and pops, don't remember the name of it now. It's been lost to history. Then Salagi's grocery store, which later became Lato's. And then where else did I buy? Oh God, I can't remember all of them. But any place in Danville that had comics, I usually bought it from there. And Scott Crocker, oh God, I haven't thought about the Cavity Creeps in forever. And here we are bringing the memories back. And Nick Tucker says, okay, the source of my love of comics was the discount rack at Galactic Greg's in Michigan City, also where I got hooked on RPG and war games thanks to Casket Works, the old Reaper Miniatures catalog. Oh, I remember I remember Reaper miniatures. Those were great. And there's Kid from St. James. Glad to see you here. And so somebody by the name of Manatee Man just DM me and said to come check in. So hi, everyone. Kivern, glad to see you here. We've been talking. Nick's been talking you up, and please join in the conversation. And there she is on Amazon.com. Please check out that book. Sounds really good. And Glamby Fleming goes, why does Superman wear shorts outside his costume? Because Chuck Norris told him to. That's right. That's right. That's all Superman. All Superman can do is change the course of mighty rivers and bend steel in his bare hands. And then there's Chuck Norris. Ted Davies says, "Good. Have a great day, Brian, and thanks for all you do. Good day to all you too, brother. You have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow at the business meeting." And Amanda Tockard, well, hello, mwah. Wow, Brian, no pressure or anything. Racing him typing. Oh boy, yeah. And I'm only at this point 3 minutes behind. Yay. Amanda, hope you're doing well. Go to Amazon, check out the incredible work of Amanda Tucker. Great writer and wonderful human being. And we're going to get me back to that Fowler Library soon, I promise. And Skunk Rocker, thank you, Brian. That was great. Well, thank you. See, I've been paying attention, Skunk, so I hope I did you justice. Hope we got you a couple of extra views. And Corson's newsstand, thank you. That's where I was trying to that was the one I was trying to think of. David Laker and I, Dave took me to Corson's, and I bought my comics there for about a year and a half until they took out the comic rack. But I also bought it at Woolworth's downtown. Fritch's cigar store. How's that? Huh? Does that right down the street from the Brown Derby? Does that bring back a memory or two? That might have even been before your time, Carl. Also the Kmart on North Vermilion. Where else? I think Kresge's had comics for a little while, but Woolworth's got them first. So I think they ignored the sell by dates. But I also got them at Gleichman Drugs in in Georgetown, and the drugstore in Chrisman, Illinois, where I flirted with the lady behind the counter constantly. And then I bought back issues at the Book Mart that used to be on East Main, and also Joe Free's place. He was the distributor. He had a place on West Main for a long time. It got torn down for the Civic Center, and then they moved over to where that near that antique store on East Main, which only for a little while. Then where else did I buy? Anyway, if it was in Danville, I bought it. And man, it's 11. Dude, we are on 11. We are almost caught up. Brian Rodman says, once more, my friend, thank you for such a great show. Well, thank you for being a part of it, Brian. You've helped a lot. I am so excited for more Brian and Brian action coming to you all. Nevermorians, whether you want it or not. Yeah, pretty much. I've already been told by the rest of the broadcast network we can't have Brian doing more shows. And here I am scheduling another one. But anyway, as always, thank you for what you do, and expect an invite to that launch page for memoirs. I'm digging it, man. Seriously, and include me in, Brian. Thank you. Remember, folks, have fun, be safe, and don't wait for this weekend to be yours. Make it so. Hashtag bring cookie home. Hashtag laugh like the shadow. Anyway, thank you, Brian Ryman. Thank you, Brian's brother, and thank you for everything you do too. You're awesome. And Stupid Phone, it's 11:41, and he's almost done with the comments. Yay, going to go feed Cookie early today, and we're trying for it. And since that's such a wondrous giant occasion, also I need to concentrate on my driving at these speeds. Yes, you do. I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. Don't die, feed Cookie. Have a wonderful weekend, Skunk Rocker. Good to see you here, Skunk. As always, you be safe out there, man, and I will see you tomorrow night on Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m., 10 p.m. Central Time, part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and stick around for the Stupid After Show, because it's funny, too. And I bought books at Fritch's and Pipe Tobacco, yes, and Fritch's was where I bought my first Doc Savage book, and my first comic book with a double cover. It was an issue of Jerry Lewis, The Adventures of Jerry Lewis. And it had a double cover on it. I was so happy. Amanda Tucker says, send me some open Saturdays for the summer or fall. We are trying to figure out a big old outside convention, bring in some food trucks, and have a good day. A lot of my Saturdays are actually clear. Amanda, I'm going to make a note. Amanda Tucker. I'll send you my schedule as it stands right now, and let's see what we can do to work around it. And maybe we can get some other people there. Like Michaela lives about 2 hours away, I believe. We might get Nick Talkered in. Who knows? That would be nice. And I know it's reaching for the stars, but you know what I'm saying. We got to do that every now and then. Maybe Andy Cordy. Who knows? But yeah, let's work on that, Amanda. I really want to come back. I really do. I have a great time with you guys and gals. And great show, Brian. Glenn B. Fleming, thank you, brother. And thank you for making last Tuesday's Clever Title Pending so amazing. You are fantastic. And we'll have you back soon, I promise. And okay, done promoting. Hi, Cookies, says Pops Van said. She's sending her love right back to you, Pops. And Carlene, Huey's and Urbana at 5 points. Yes! You can get a mixed pack of 10 or 12. Usually didn't have covers, but that never bothered me. That's because those comics were illegal to sell. What independent comic book distributors would do, such as Joe Fries and Danville, would tear off either the cover or the top third of the comic, because that had all the information, and then they would mail that back to the publisher for credit for future deliveries. And then what they were supposed to throw away or pulp into the guts of the comic, but many of them would bag them up like that, like Huey's. And Huey's, oh my God, I still miss Huey's. Huey's, for those of you who don't know, it was kind of like, I can't even think of a store that was anything like it now, but it's one of those places or Ollie's is the closest place I can think of. Ollie's is probably it. You go in there, you can't be guaranteed. You had to buy it right then and there because you couldn't be sure it would be there tomorrow when you walked back in. And by the way, go to Ollie's right now. They've got a great selection of brand new hardcover comic book reprints. I just picked up volume 5 of the Action Comics. Great Siegel and Schuster work. Also, the second volume of Simon and Kirby's Newsboy Legion, featuring work by Kurt Swan and Gil Kane. Also, we also picked up the complete Roger Landridge Muppet Show comics there, and some other great comics. So please go to Ollie's if you have one near you. There's one in here in Lafayette. There's also one in Kokomo, Indiana. It's kind of cool. And Lee Reese, love the comic prices at Ollie's. Oh my God, I do too. I so do. Huey's and Urbana at 5 points. You could get a mixed pack. Usually didn't have comics covers. That didn't bother me. Kind of like Big Lots, but cheaper. Yeah. The only thing they had there constantly were the Huey's t-shirts, which every now and then I still see. But Lee Reese, love the comic prices at Ollie's. I do too. Lee, go back there now. They've got some great ones. Also, one of the Miracle Man hardcover volumes I want to try to pick up. I've got all the originals, and I've got all the great paperbacks. Now I'm trying to get the hardcovers. And good show. Bye, everyone. Carl Witzman, thank you for being here, Guy. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the green room tonight. And with that, we are caught up, everyone. Thank you for cooperating. Cookie thanks you, as do I. Thank you for indulging us the last couple of hours. We hope we've made your Friday go a little faster. Not as fast as Skunk Rocker is going around Atlanta right now, but or Chattanooga rather. Hopefully he will slow down below light speed eventually. And Nick Tucker will let us hear old Brian K. Morris. I am back working on most Fridays, and Earl Park Library's book sale room is open. It won't be today, Nick, but we'll talk, brother. We'll talk. Yeah, you're only an hour from me, brother. I can get the Saturn going there. But anyway, yeah, and congratulations on being back to work, Nick. That makes me happy. It really does. And hopefully you'll get some downtime. You can work on all that other stuff you got going, because I want to see it in print. I really do. And I want to see you all get in print. I want take the time this weekend, even if it's just an hour, half an hour a day, and work on what you want to put out, whether it's comic books or novels or artwork, illustration, whatever. And just make this world a better place through art. And Carlene, see everyone Monday. Mwah! I'll see you tonight, sweetheart, in the green room at Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. Lee Reese, man, I have to learn to tune in earlier. Yes, you do, young man. I keep missing the live shows. Great shows always. Thank you, Lee. We try to have fun here, and we'd love it if you showed up and joined the Madhouse earlier. We are on at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And you can figure it out for your own time zone. But anyway, we are here 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, Joe Dog McKeel. Okay, jumping over to the StreamYard page. Just got notification of new feature demo. Ooh, keep me posted. I love that stuff. And I love that we can run videos from our computers now. Anyway, check out Stream. If you use StreamYard, sign up for the StreamYard page on YouTube. Very, very informative. I have learned so much stuff the last couple of weeks. Thank you, Joe Dog, for letting me in on that. And thank you to everyone who's been supporting our humble efforts to get the Rising Tide Broadcast Network going. It's a very informal group of ragtag. We're like the original Battlestar Galactica, a group of ragtag ships here flying in the night looking for a home. But anyway, we've got some great shows, and I'm really proud of these people, like Ted Talks with Ted Davies, Ted and Carl's Cigar Show with Ted and Carl Witzman, Stupid O'Clock, Armchair Rocket Science, and the Stupid After Show with Joe Dog McKeel, Skunk Rocker, Dan, John, and all those other wonderful people, including Nick, who's there silently commenting. And that's funny as heck. And talk about as heck, how about being creative as Hale with Amy Hale this Thursday? She's going to have George Seurat on at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be a great conversation. Both those people are amazing. And Michaela Jade has a show that she is haven't scheduled yet, but she's putting out new videos, uploading them, called Tidbits and Squiggles. Please check it out on the Michaela Jade channel on YouTube. And Heather Ellen, our delightful Twisted Angel, has her show this coming Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's a great chance for you to, like on here, promote yourself and talk with that amazing, delightful, charming hostess. And the Historical Fencing Guild tonight with Nicholas Anthony Tockert at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. It's a great time as always. And the upcoming Comic Book Spectrum with myself and Clyde Hall, Eric Hawkins, and Brian Rodman. We're going to talk about comics past, present, and future with a positive slant. That's unique, isn't it? Anyway, thank you all for being here. Please check out our Rising Tide broadcast page and give it a like on Facebook, and be sure to get the notifications so you're alerted every time we post something new. Also, and thank you to everyone in the network. I love you guys sincerely, and we'll talk to you tomorrow at the meeting. And everyone, don't forget, this episode has been brought to you by Plasma Fire Graphics, plasmafiregraphics.com. When the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your reader, they'll be grateful that you took the time and effort to make an amazing cover for your comic book or your paperback book. Jeffrey Hayes does wraparound covers. He does layouts for the interiors. He does book trailers, which you see on the show regularly. He also does graphics that you can use in your promotion. Great material. So check out Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. So take that seriously. Also, thank you to geekinsider.com for fueling this show. And thank you to Meredith Loughran for all you do. Check out wildoneforever.com. Great way to start your weekday off. Also, her afternoon shows are really exciting. Plus, she's got a brand new channel, Ragin, R-A-G-I-N, no apostrophe, no nothing, R-A-G-I-N, great talk channel, just starting there. Please subscribe and like and share that channel on YouTube. Also, please, if you are on, if you're watching us on the Rising Tide Publications page, where we'll get to the website in a moment, but if you're on the Facebook Rising Tide Publications page or Kathy Jackson's books, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it at all, or mock us with your laughter, or whatever, or love will even be better. We love you too. And please make sure you like the page you're watching it on, because it helps the owners quite a bit. It really does. It makes them more noticeable in the algorithms. Speaking of which, if you're watching us on YouTube, on the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications page, please, or any page that's sharing this video, please like the video on YouTube, give it a thumbs up, smash that thumbs up, and also please subscribe and ring that bell so you'll be notified of all future enterprises we do on there. We got a lot of great programming coming up. And author Kathy Jackson, I hope everyone has a great day. Stay warm and know that you are loved. Mwah! So are you, Kathy. We love you. Thank you for letting us hang out on your page. And we're going to be talking about Ms. Eurozan Book 1 real darn soon. I predict it. So anyway, also please go to risingtide.pub if you want to sign up for my monthly newsletter, and you know you do because it's free. And you take care and stay creative too, Rick Bradley. Good seeing you here, brother. Have a great weekend. So anyway, please go to risingtide.pub where you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter. Next issue goes out March 1st at 5 p.m. Please sign up, and you'll get a special video in there. unique to our subscribers to the newsletter. Also information and secret links, special quotes, all kinds of cool stuff that I think will make your month a little more fun and creative. And we also provide inspiration, education, and motivation with every issue. We promise, or double your money back. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe to the show everywhere you can. We do appreciate it. And also, that's all I can think of. So everyone, have a fantastic day. We're going to have a little cold snap here in the Midwest this weekend, but let's heat it up with some creativity and support each other. Okay. If you see somebody with a project you like, share it to your page, or even just giving it a like will help a lot. If you see a crowdfunding campaign that you feel good about, but say you can't, or don't feel like sending even $1. $1 helps, believe it or not. Just ask Michael Watson. He'll tell you it's true. But, if you don't want to send any money, then share it to your page and share that information with your friends and help support these independent projects. So anyway, we're going to try to get this going before noon, and we can feed Cookie. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching this week, and we'll be back this weekend with some more great shows. Don't forget, Back of the Cereal Box tomorrow at 8 a.m. Don't forget Stupid O'Clock at 11 p.m. All times Eastern, and the Stupid after show around 1 a.m. Saturday morning, or every Sunday morning, excuse me. Plus Willow Skyler, not Willow Skyler. We love you, Willow. She has been promoting us with the Hanging with Web Show Network page, and we appreciate it so very much, Willow. We love you. But Heather Ellen will be, our Twisted Angel will be on Sunday night on her page. And Comics and More New Jersey, NJ, please sign up for that page. Check out the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, or not on Facebook, but on YouTube, and we'll have some links to some of these great people in the network here. So anyway, have a fantastic creative weekend, and we will gleefully see you on Monday morning at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central with a fresh live episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. We welcome your interaction, and we hope, as always, that you stay safe, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. That's just what you are. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care and have a great weekend. Where's that clip? Right there. PlasmaFireGraphics.com.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at GeekInsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Reels and Heels is a podcast that discusses movies, television, wrestling, and more. With a rotating guest list of friends and filmmakers alike, Reels and Heels salutes the creative arts of all kinds. Join Brian Winzeloff and Nicole Jobin live every Saturday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Reels and Heels.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelor's Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.